Very beautiful morning to you. Good morning again. Welcome to Front Page Review on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Check your time, 7:02 a.m. And of course, today is the 30th day in the month of June. Yes, 2025. My name is Jude Ikame Jude, and I'm here because you're there. Now, I will be giving you a couple of headlines this morning from all, for a couple of dailies here with me. All right. From Daily Post, Vanguard, The Sun, Punch, Daily Thrust, Guardian, The Nation, Leadership, all of them. I have all of them here, but I will give you the major headlines this morning. Okay. Everyone, let's take a ride. And later, when I'm done with the headlines, I get to join Rufai Oseni for some analysis. Yeah, for an analysis of some of the stories. And then when I'm done with Rufai Oseni, I will also join Frank Ayala, who is waiting this morning to be part of the morning show. Everyone, what you doing? Be part of the morning show also. And let's get some vital information. All right? And of course, beautiful analysis, insightful analysis. Okay? Let's go there. Daily Post is going to take the lead this morning. Murdered lawyer, angry reactions as wife, mother-in-law bag less jail after conviction. Murdered lawyer, angry reactions as wife, mother-in-law bag less jail after conviction. And then, class suicidal jobs. Nigerian graduates speak amidst high unemployment rate. Headsmen launch attack on former Benue governor Samuel Otom's village. Suspected headsmen kill 3 policemen, seize rifles in Benue state. 13 abducted Benue links passengers rescued. To some of the stories now. NBA committee indicts Owerri court registrar over assault on lawyer. On education, Atiku harps on curriculum review to boost entrepreneurship. Protest rocks Imo community over alleged imposition of town union executive. Reno Omokri releases fresh evidence on how he packaged Peter Obi as Atiku's running mate in 2019. Reno Omokri releases fresh evidence on how he packaged Peter Obi as Atiku's running mate in 2019. Our elites created and sustained insecurity. Plateau Governor Mufswang is the one speaking here. And then Tinubu in St. Lucia for diplomatic engagement, not vacation, says presidency. Okay, now you heard it. Let's touch on some political stories also. We'll follow Fubara wherever he goes. Rivers women speaking. We will follow Fubara wherever he goes. Rivers women. And you understand the implication of that. Wherever he goes, they will follow. Whether ADC, whether APC, whether ADA, they will follow Fubara. Okay. APC begins consultations to replace Ganduje. He has not spoken. APC speaks on Tinubu being unhappy with Ganduje. APC opens up on Kwankwanso's reported move to join the ruling party. I regret supporting APC, not party of my dreams. Rapper MI is the one speaking here. It says, I regret supporting APC. Of course, it's not party of my dreams. Moving on to some of the headlines now this morning, 2027. Wherever Kwankwanso goes, we follow. NNPP speaks as massive defection looms. Wherever Kwankwanso goes, we follow. NNPP speaks as massive defection looms. And then from Daily Post newspaper, let's check up, of course, Vanguard newspaper this morning. This is Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. My name is Jude. right, Vanguard is now here with me now. On insecurity, no insurgents group is more powerful than Nigerian armed forces, says Ijeoma, retired. Insecurity, no insurgent group is powerful or more powerful than Nigerian armed forces. General Ijeoma, retired, is the one speaking here. And then PDP crisis, factions hold parallel neck meetings. Factions hold parallel neck meeting. Africa's biggest consumer goods manufacturers in Nigeria, according to a report. Africa's biggest consumer goods manufacturers in Nigeria. And then moving on, Nigeria records $3.73 billion current account surplus in first quarter 2025. Nigeria records $3.73 billion current account surplus in first quarter 2025. Insurance sector grows total premium by 56%, according to NIA. On electricity, no respite for 7 million consumers despite 1.5 trillion naira spent on metering. Mideast ceasefire. Positive sentiment drives stock market to 1 trillion naira gain. Inability to act as provider causes mental health crisis in men, according to Dawn. And then 2027 now, I'll publicly endorse who I believe should succeed me, Governor Sule. I'll publicly endorse who I believe should succeed me, says Governor Sule. Iran indirectly issues death threat against Trump. Iran indirectly issues death threat against Trump. Lagos pastor missing for 3 weeks. No ransom demanded, according to wife. Whoa. Okay. PDP crisis. Factions hold parallel neck meetings. And then 2027 tussle over VP slot could distract Tinubu, APC chieftain warns. Tussle over VP slot could distract Tinubu, APC chieftain warns. VOP 90.3 FM 2027. I take that story again. Tussle over VP slots could distract Tinubu, APC chieftain warns. Ganduje, it will be relief for us if Kwankwanso joins APC, says NNPP. It will be a relief for us if Kwankwanso joins APC. NNPP speaks. And then Tinubu's penchant for holidays while Nigerians suffer disheartening, says Peter Gregory Obi. Tinubu's penchant for holidays while Nigerians suffer disheartening. Very disheartening. This is according to Peter Obi. And then in Rivers, reinstatement looms as prodigal son Fubara gets 4 tough conditions. Reinstatement looms as prodigal son Fubara gets 4 tough conditions. What are the conditions? We might want to find out much later. Lagos pastor missing for 3 weeks. No ransom demanded, according to wife. And then, let's see. New tax law. Lagos to lose VAT revenue as worrying northern states. Others benefit. All right. Nigeria's public debt rises to about 149 trillion naira. I'm sorry, that's what it is. Nigeria's debt, public debt, rises to about 149 trillion naira. And then finally here, let's see. Northern elders to Tinubu declare state of emergency in North over insecurity. Declare it now over insecurity. And then troops kill wanted Zamfara terror kingpin. Rescue 5 and recover arms. On harassment, a Lagos socialite sues police for about 50 million naira. ABSU condemns killing of cyclists near campus. Okay. 66 Abiola's children failed DNA test. Olalekan Abiola speaking. 66 Abiola's children failed DNA test. Whoa. Police in Anambra detain suspect who masterminded friend's kidnap. VOPFM. Yes, 7:13 a.m. And of course, we move now to the sun. Though it's not sunny this morning, it's a very, very wet day, rainy day in the city of Lagos, Nigeria. But then we will see if the sun will be up anytime soon. The Sun newspaper is next, everyone. NBF, Shehu Sani emphasized on rotational presidency. 5 controversies trailing 2025 Club World Cup. Jubilation as Shinkafi volunteer forces kill bandit commander Dankolo in Zamfara. And then NGE Governor Otu pledges support for ethical journalism, hails election of Anaba Oke and others. I stand by position of Southeast, NWC BOT on neck, National Scribe, Governor Umba. I stand by position of Southeast, NWC BOT on neck, National Scribe, Governor Umba. And moving to some other headlines quickly now. I stand by position is coming again and again. And, of course, PDP, confusion as National Working Committee holds parallel meeting. Ganduje, APC zeros on North Central to produce replacement. National Working Committee to ratify July 24th NEC meeting. Ganduje, the rise and fall of APC National Chairman. It's a piece you might just want to read. The Sun newspaper has got this story. Ganduje, the rise and fall of APC National Chairman. Okay, to the last one here. The Sun newspaper is still before me here. Yelwater massacre. Politics of Tinubu's visit. Before me now is Punch newspaper. Everyone, let's punch it together. Beautiful headlines here. Infrastructure development. States receive 1.6 trillion naira from federal government for projects. Why 18 civil servants got cars and laptops, says federal government. Why 18, just 18 civil servants got laptops and cars. 2027, Tambuwal leads Sokoto, Kebbi, PDP into coalition bloc. Fuel distribution. Dangote refinery to incur about 1 trillion naira as logistics cost. Edo APC chieftain cautions influencer over anti-governor protests. Wike versus Makinde tensions mount as PDP holds NEC meeting today. And then to some other headlines, Hurricane Tinubu, APC launches fresh moves to pull 5 governors. Benue, Nasarawa lead North Central bid for APC chair slot. I take that again. Benue, Nasarawa lead North Central bid for APC chair slot. Ex-footballer lands in NDLEA net as Lagos Kano drug rings smashed. Tinubu wins South-South APC support ahead of 2027. PDP factions clash over NEC meeting debate. It's Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Let me give you some political stories. Still with Sun, or rather, the Punch newspaper. The Punch is still with me. Political stories this time around. Lagos has 7,060,195 registered voters. Yes, and of course, 6,214,970 PVCs collected. Lasiak Boss is the one speaking. Yes. Tinubu has no intention of sacking me, says Akume. Ganduje's resignation good for democracy, says Omo Agege's ex-aide. Kwankwanso betrayed our trust, Let APC have him. This is according to NNPP. Say Kwankwanso betrayed our trust. Let APC have him. Let APC have him. Ex-IYC president commends Fubara's boldness in Rivers Peace Accord. North Central APC endorses Al Makura for national chairman. 2027, APC South governors, leaders endorse Tinubu for second term. Remove president's power to appoint INEC chair. IG. ADP urges National Assembly remove the president's power to appoint INEC and, of course, INEC chair, rather, and, of course, IG. ADP urges the National Assembly. Stop 2027 election talks. Let Tinubu govern. APC chieftain urges politicians. Stop it. Stop 2027 election talks. Let Tinubu govern. APC chieftain urges politicians. All right. I think we'll move ahead now from Punch to Daily Trust. Trust these guys for some more headlines quickly. Ganduje's exit. CPC block. North Central push for APC chairmanship. 2027. Sean Psycho fans. Dangiwa tells Tinubu. PDP NEC meeting holds today. National Working Committee members insists. Ganduje's exit. CPC block. Northwest Central push for APC chairmanship. 2027 Sean Psycho fans. Dangiwa tells Tinubu. 11-kilometer completed on section 1 of Abuja-Kaduna Highway, says Umahi. Governors' wives sign MOU to combat cancer surge. 4 more to go here, everyone. Elites behind insecurity. Plateau governor is the one speaking. Elites behind insecurity, according to Platoon Governor Muswang. Okay. Saudi Arabia approves Aminu Dantata's burial in Medina. Saudi Arabia approves Aminu Dantata's burial in Medina. And then Aminu Dantata, billionaire philanthropist who never forgot an encounter in Bahari's village. Yes, Aminu Dantata, his life and legacy. All of these can be seen in the pages of Daily Trust newspaper this morning. And then let's also see if we can check up some more stories. This time, Guardian. Yeah, Guardian. Let's see just few stories here. Kogi ACF Mern as Saudi government approves Dantata's burial in Medina. Police arrest cultists in possession of firearms in Ogun State. Education key to unlocking Nigeria's potential, says Atiku Abubakar. And then military foils 83.7 million naira oil theft. Arrest over 100 suspects in about 1 week. Tinubu has no intention of sacking me, says Akume. And then finally here, let's check it out. Man allegedly kills wife in Yobe, flees community. The Nation with a couple of stories here, just few of them before we join Rufai Oseni. Yes, ex-footballer, 4 others arrested over 22.6 kg cocaine at MMIA. NSCDC intercepts 4 Kano Lagos-bound truck with stolen cables and transformers. Lagos NSE holds lecture in inducts members. Congress seek urgent security reforms. 3 more to go. PDP factions set for showdown at National Secretariat. Presidency defends Tinubu's visit to St. Lucia. We will defeat terrorists, says the army. Army general is the one speaking. We will defeat terrorists. All right, everyone. At this point, let's have a beautiful and a very robust conversation all together, okay? Feel free to join the conversation via YouTube. YouTube was streaming right now. You can watch us live. VOP 90.3 FM is what you can check out. Just go there to the search bar and type VOP 90.3 FM and you're just right there. And then get to the comment section. Let's have a robust conversation all together, everyone. Yeah. And don't forget our WhatsApp number is also set ready for all of your messages. Make sure they are brief enough and so we could read them in real time. All right? 081 717 56338 is our WhatsApp number. 081 717 56338. That's a WhatsApp number. Okay, at this point, let's join Rufai Oseni for some analysis of these stories. Let's go there.
A couple of finally seen how politicians dribble Nigerians, and I'm talking about the Wiki and the Fubara rapprochement. All of a sudden, Fubara now sees that he has lost his battle. We thought he was going to stand tall before, but now he's everywhere with Wiki now, like father and son. You see, what are the deeper consequences for Nigeria as regards this? The fact that if Nigerians don't stand up for their politics and their democracy, we'll continue to have godfathers that will rule in the affairs of every state and will be subservient to them. In the first place, I have always talked about the fact that Fubara too was a product of a flawed system as regards the elections that brought him in and all the shenanigans that happened during the elections, all the disrespect, for the will of people that happened during the elections. So I have never denied that fact. And like I've always said, it's not about Fubara we're fighting for, it's about integrity. But when you think people should be able to have honor and say, come what may, I will stand tall. And for them is, in the name of peace, then I will accept whatever comes my way. God only knows the new agreement they've been able to sign. We don't know the terms of that. I've not been able to see a blueprint. Not like the last time in December, about 2 years ago, when they signed this agreement. But I know whatever they're going to sign this time around, it's not going to be different from what they signed about 2 years ago. And that's how the cookie crumbles in our politics. Just like what is happening in the APC now. All of a sudden, Ganduje is stepping out of the scene. Some people have touted and said, it's because you have Rabi Musa Kwankwaso coming into the party and coming into the polity so that things can balance out. So there's going to be Kano, Rivers, and a couple of other top states for the APC. Some have said otherwise. They are saying, it's for the president's VP consideration and all of that. All of these machinations are for the politicians. It's never for the interests of Nigerians. So when you get deceived during the polls, and these people, these same politicians that you see the way they manipulate to favor them across their political party, and you think it's about you. Never, it's not about you. It's not about how the lives of people will be better. It's not about how you're going to have affordable housing, you're going to have pipe-borne water, you're going to have infrastructure. It's about how they can constantly perpetuate themselves in power and do everything to fulfill their own consideration. I mean, that's it. So the earlier you remember that and you stand tall during the election process and look for people that can truly listen to you, the better it is going to be for you. The earlier you stand tall and look for people that can truly listen and stand with you, the better it is going to be. So you can see all the manipulation. So you can see for them now, despite the fact that they've not done great things for the people, inflation is still high, unemployment is still high. It's the mapping out of strategies and how they are going to win people on their side for 2027. That's what they're already doing. And because they see you as a willing party, they co-opt you into their system. They say they are fighting for your good. The current political class are not fighting for your good. It's for their own selfish interest. And the moment you know that, the better it is going to be for you. And that's what you've seen that has played out in this last couple of days. And more will come. People will do whatever suits them and suits their interests. It's about them. and about them alone. Many other stories making the rounds. The Dantata, Lassa Dantata, Aminu Dantata, passed at the age of 94, foremost businessman and industrialist in Nigeria. Uh, President Tinubu has given his condolences. Uh, Vice President Shetima has given his condolences. And speaking of President Tinubu, he's also going to be jetting out to St. Lucia. He's going to be visiting the nation of St. Lucia. In fact, preparations are in top gear in St. Lucia as regards the visit. And that's been dominating the conversation around the St. Lucia Times and all our local papers, out there in St. Lucia. More updates coming up.
Okay.
To St. Lucia, saying that it's no time for holiday. I mean, despite the fact that 2 of those days, yes, will be an official visit to St. Lucia, but there's also, going to be a lot of trade partnerships for national development and partnerships for. But Peter will be saying that a lot more should be done. He's saying that this is also for leisure for the president. That in terms of size, that Makodi is 59% bigger than St. Lucia. Amina is bigger, which is 10 times St. Lucia with a population of 180,000. I said, he said, I don't think that the situation in the country calls for leisure or anybody in a position of authority, more so the president. He said the regime repeatedly has shown insensitivity and lack of passion for the populace. He said it's obvious indifference of the federal government to show lack of empathy for the people suffering in the country. I would like our leaders to know that God-given resources to this country belong to all and not for a few. So that's Peter Obide reacting, to the state of play. But hey, let's not also forget that as regards the building, his brother's building, all of a sudden overnight, some people have come there. They are building a fence, within the said plot of land that was demolished. So a lot of people are asking, what's the desperation? Why is everything just moving so quickly? As regards what is going on there in that building, since that the case is still in court, one will have waited so that the case will be exhausted in court. Goodluck Jonathan has been speaking, and he's been saying that, yeah, power will have been handed over to him, but an aide tried to block it. So the question I would like to ask is, who is that aide? I was trying to block a peaceful handover of power when Yaradua was not available to be able to
Okay.
cut in the polity of Nigeria if we want national development and if we want to see that things are done properly. There's been a lot of killing. Many feared dead as truck crashes in market in Taraba, and there's also the bombing in Yobe. That's another very sad one that has happened. Bombing in Yobe, many feared dead as struck. So we're having all of this is for people, going through a lot in the country as we speak today, and they have nobody, to be able to speak for them. That's just it. That's the sad reality. And like I was talking about in Yobe, 4 confirmed dead, 21 injured, 2 explosions rock Yobe. So increasingly, you're seeing all of this level of pain and this level of stand in the gap and ensure that things are done, properly. Abakaliki FC boss is involved in an accident. That's another sad one. We just hope everybody is safe. I think they're coming from the Federation Cup. I just hope everybody is safe. And presidency is now clarifying the purpose of his visit. He said, Bayan Onuga is saying Peter Obi's rebuttal is misguided. So Onuga is saying it's deeply rooted in cultural and historical diplomatic imperatives. He said the visit is a particular meaningful one, which St. Lucia has strong ancestral ties to Nigeria. Migrants, 19th century migrants from present-day Nigeria settled in St. Lucia. Said there's a cultural symbolism. Said St. Lucia is the headquarters of the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, and they have a combined GDP of 130 billion. That's CARICOM, 15 member Eastern Caribbean states of it says anchored on 4 democracy, development, diaspora, and demography. I said Nigeria enjoys significant influence in St. Lucia, Afrobeats, and all of that, And, he said the visit was planned to visit Arthur Lewis Community College and the inclusion of Nigeria Technical Aid Corps in the delegation, to demonstrate a commitment to education. The truth has to be said, that all of this reacted need for a St. Lucia visit when there are many things on ground that we can be doing. That's just it. So the presidency definitely reacting, and there's a back and forth as regards the St. Lucia visit. I mean, let's see how it pans out. Fubara is now saying that no sacrifice too great for river people. I pay with due respect, politicians should stop deceiving Nigerians. No sacrifice too great for his own self, not for, the all of the deal he made in the first place was not about the people. People were not carried along. What stakeholders did he consult with before he was able to make his deal? And I think it's for his own self. So let's call a spade in that regard. And this politician should not even play on our sensitivity at all. It's not a good one. Him acknowledging the pivotal role Wike played in an emergence as governor. Should Wike even be playing a pivotal role in your emergence? It shouldn't be about the people's votes. I mean, it's not about one man playing a pivotal role in your emergence. You see, and that's the way I see that Nigeria's politics has become a thing of joke where some politicians think they're larger than life and they're higher, than God on earth. As we wrap up, there's some concerns now being raised, though, as regards even this FIFA World Cup that is going, FIFA Club World Cup and the World Cup next year. Because of too much disruptions due to weather. Yesterday, Chelsea match lasted over 5 hours because you had weather situation and all of that. So people have to get through weather challenges, leading up to the next FIFA World Cup is something we should be able to look at and look at it effectively.
A very beautiful morning to you, Frank. Good to have you join us.
Good morning, Judy. Good morning, my dear listeners.
Good morning to you. How are you doing? It's a cold day, Frank.
I'm doing pretty well, and it's raining this week.
Beautiful, beautiful. Reno Omokri, let me begin with him. Let me start. The former aide to ex-president Goodluck Jonathan has released email evidence on how he was instrumental to the emergence of Peter Obi as the running mate of former Vice President Atiku Abubakar in 2019. The email evidence by Reno Omokri show how Peter Obi sent his resume in the build-up to 2019 election as instructed by Atiku. Omokri said the whole lot to Reno Omokri released fresh evidence on how, according to him, how he packaged Peter Obi as Atiku's running mate in 2019. I want you to have, I want to just hear from you as regards the word package Peter Obi, for 2019 election as Atiku's running mate.
Judy, permit me, I'm going to stand very unpopular this morning because Reno, as I used to know today, it's a basket of liars. Reno, for me, has lost relevancy. Reno is looking for a job. How is packaging will be make in Nigeria what we want to see? Was it the same Reno that package will be for governor? when we Reno Obi, Reno Omokri, when Obi came to Lamline, was it the same Reno that packaged Obi to go to court to go and win back his mandate in Anambra when he was rightly rigged by Ngige? So these are people that are seeking relevancy. Reno for me lost it completely when he started lying that he drove to 30 kilometers east-west coastal line. The difference between 30 kilometers per hour and 30 kilometers as in kilometer. So for me, Reno for me is seeking relevance, seeking validations. Reno for me has been lying. You know the day I completely lost hope in Reno when he said he's loyal to Jonathan. You remember that interview? The one on broadcast. That he's loyal to Jonathan. And today you are loyal to Jonathan. You are working in support of those that remove Jonathan from power. Where's your loyalty? Fashola said something, say may your loyalty not be tested by those people in power. So Reno for me, forget those emails. Was that email that make Nigeria to vote for Peter Obi? Oh, was it the same email that packaged Peter Obi for Labour? Such an irrelevant discussion are not supposed to come to the national light, honestly. Reno for me, you should go and concentrate, you should go and look for a job. The same Reno that went and said want to go and frustrate Buhari out of UK, the Reno that say all sorts of unprincipled words against Tinubu during that election, who is Reno? That boy from Delta State that the mother has even disowned, that lied against his parents.
Reno Omokri threatened to release more damning evidence to portray his earlier revelation that he was among those who packaged Peter Obi as running mate for Atiku. He will release more if Peter Obi denies it.
Releasing is not the issue. What he said does that may have on Nigeria as we start today. Reno is looking for a job. He's looking for a job. I think we are getting from side talk now that the next ambassadorial list he has been penciled down. I pray they don't take it to a country that have better business with Nigeria. It does good. It's going to ridicule our image over there. Somebody at the children does not even believe. If not that day I was less busy, I don't even watch him. I don't listen. I don't read anything from Reno.
Let's hear one of the reason why he released this. He said, "My only motive in publishing this evidence is to establish that I did not lie. I would have not, considered publishing this email if Peter Obi had not called me a liar on a popular podcast." Peter Obi called him a liar, and that's why he said, "Okay, we will do this together. Let's dance together in the rain."
Okay. Did he also lie against Tinubu when he was saying all sorts of uncritical words against Tinubu during 2023? I think he said he went to the school. Reno is a liar. He's a serial liar. He said he went to Chicago State University. That Tinubu attended that university. The revelation from the Supreme Court and Appeal Court during that tribunal, it was very clear that there was controversy. So Reno is looking for a job. Reno should not be taken serious. It was even a political mistake that Jonathan even allowed to come close to it. Reno was sacked. He was sacked by Jonathan. He was removed of his duty during Jonathan towards the Jonathan's tenure. So it's that kind of person that does not have a moral standing and I will not release one next email that he can go to. It is going to be released that email. Who did he send it to? Let the person that he sent it to release it, not why he doctored. I don't believe Reno. No serious minded Nigerians will take Reno serious. Those are people that are looking for work everywhere, trying to throw so many things on the basket to look relevant. People does not have it.
But before now, people have been asking why Reno Omokri is so much against Peter Obi from the inception. He's so much against Peter Obi. He mentions Peter Obi effortlessly whenever he wants to speak, in a public space.
Because Peter Obi, with who I know in Peter Obi, I don't have a personal relationship with him, but which from where I know from the public state, Peter Obi do not have time for Omokri. Omokri is seeking relevance. Because what Peter Obi responds to him, he's seeking validations. Now how? He lied. He lied during that campaign. He do not do there's a saying in our local palace that when you tell one lie, you need 20 to cover it up. Peter Obi have moved on. Peter Obi have moved on. Peter Obi is on the national assignment. He should have gone beyond Omokri. Omokri is looking for, first of all, he should go to the debtors and go and seek revalidation for his local government. Who is Reno? Then that is flying everywhere. You told the whole world that you drove 30 kilometers in coastal line. That is a lie. You say you drove with Wole Soyinka. And inside that your SUV, it was only you alone at the back. Video that is everywhere. Let's not dwell on Omokri. Omokri is I don't know, he's seeking relevancy where there is no relevance.
Okay. Let me move from there and of course take you to Rivers State. Hope had already, won due to sheer frustration until, Thursday, June 27, when pictures of Bola Tinubu beaming with smiles and sandwiched, by equal excited Minister of the FCT Nyesom Wike and of course suspended Governor Siminalayi Fubara emerged on various, social media platforms. In other words, the headline says reinstatement looms as the prodigal son, Vanguard calls him prodigal son Fubara, gets 4 tough conditions. 4 tough conditions. Are you also aware of these conditions given to Fubara?
When those reports came out, I tried to digest why would it be condition. One of the conditions must not contest in the next election. 2, he should go and work with the people that will be elected for him. 3, local government chairman, he should allow the opponent to select people that can pay for Fubara. Or if you watch Rivers State, let's go a little bit of memory lane.
Okay.
Who is Fubara before the last election? Fubara was the accountant general for Rivers State. Who helped Wike to loot the money used to do campaign for presidential election. When the FCC was looking for Fubara, he was in government house in Wike's staff quarter. Under immunity, the EFCC could not go there because it was really the governor cover. So Fubara will accept any condition. The loser in all these conditions is the river people. Because Wike has lost relevancy. If Wike should lose Rivers State, in the next dispensation, I don't know where he's going to be. So you need to hold Rivers State. Now let's go back to Fubara. It's on record that Fubara did not spend money. Include the ticket of the governorship ticket, Wike bought it for him. So the mistake Fubara made, he ought not to fight Wike for the beginning.
Oh, really?
Because hospitality is part of Nigerian politics. It's in Lagos, and that's why you're not hearing their voice. It's in Kogi State. So Fubara wanted to fight the federal aesthetic. How will it? Fubara for me, it's a government, it's a charge of circumstances. They showed you that we were supposed to become governor, but no more, not look ABCD. So for me, the loser in Rivers State is the river people. Because now, Fubara is not going to come back to government. So the only thing you need to do is to be looting the state. It should be looting the state because you are going to lose. And unfortunately, I have abandoned people that voted for him. That's my submission on that. So that for condition, I can't imagine Fubara working with people he does not appoint. You are in your not work, you cannot say it. Not forgetting that if the government does not perform, they'll be looking at Fubara's failure. So for me, it is the river people that are the losers in this scheme of work. Tinubu, this our current government is sinking already. So it's going to want to everything that's going to sustain it. Because it's clear that the next election is not guaranteed, except you want to do what Nigeria have not seen before, which is also not possible. Which is also possible. Because the Nigerian politicians, they can spring surprises. So thinking that the River State will vote for him is, for me, it's an illusion that you need to wake up from. Kumara does not control the vote in River. Wike was a city governor. With the revelation we have had from some media quarter, the last PDP lost the election to Peter Obi with Wike as a city governor. If you look at the revelation so far, so if Wike could lose the election, who is Kumara not to lose the election to opposition? So the River people will decide. The River people will decide. Kumara, for me, I will not justify it. I will not pass a vote of no confidence. But what we have known is coming back to come and loot the state so that we also create some kind of power block for himself when he finally leaves office.
Number one is the fact that he has been told not to seek second term at all. You've mentioned that. The other one is that he should defect from the PDP to the APC. Did you look at that? Did you consider that? And of course, the River State politics, all of the dynamics?
That ought not to be a condition at all. You know why? Because they have already defected. If everybody that going to be working with you, they are APC, appointed by APC people, then who are you? So those are no condition at all. That condition has been made before it was even agreed on. And the danger in that is Wike will lose relevancy. You know why? Tinubu brought Wike very close, believing that with Wike, he can muzzle the South. Now all the governors in South are going to PDP. Then there will be no need for Wike again. There will not be need for Wike in the next election. Because what the president wants to get is make sure he muzzle the South. Knowing quite well that the vote from the North is not even 10% sure. So he wants to cover the difference from the North, the shocker from the North, with the Southern vote. Unfortunately, the hunger in the land today will also make the Southern vote to shock the president.
One other condition is the council polls. You know, the sole administrator, Ibas, has already scheduled August 9 for the local government elections in Rivers. Now, information from... Yeah? What'd you say?
Those people that are going to contest are Wike men, including Wike in-law, in Obiakpo. So, Fubara does not... It's already in APC.
Okay.
It's already in APC. So those people are going to contest as the governor, the administrator now. Because I don't know the kind of government we are running in Nigeria. We have the administrative administrator in place, and we have the elected president in place. I don't know. This thing happened during 1993 during IDB, when he made himself the president as against military people. So,
Frank,
guys that have been selected, they're selected by UK.
Yeah. Frank, Fubara was also said to have agreed to ensure the full payment of the outstanding allowances of the 27 House of Assembly lawmakers, as a precondition to avoid impeachment threats by the Amahule-led lawmakers. Those 27 guys, he should pay all of them. This is interesting. Don't you think so?
Judy, that means we are no more in democracy. That means we are no more in democracy. Because those guys officially defected. They officially defected in their house. If we have to go by the Supreme Court judgment in Ondo case, those guys officially defected. From that day, they were no more a representative of the people. But if Tinubu, who told us that he has been fighting for democracy, will not be the one to destroy democracy, so be it. We wish him the best of luck. We wish him the best of luck. I pray he should also have the capacity to down the consequences when the time comes. I don't feel anything.
What'd you say?
I'm with you, Judith.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I am saying, moving away from that a little bit because of our time, APC is launching fresh move to pull 5 other governors. What do you think?
Judith, on this platform, Tinubu can pull anybody, can pull everybody. Let's wait for that day. Before Jonathan lost election, we have 22 governors, 26 who was working for Jonathan. Among them, even the PDP chairman then, Muazu, the former governor of Plateau State, we are collecting money from Jonathan to go and campaign against Jonathan. Tinubu is at that point. Why did I say that? There is a law of karma. Law of karma. Law of karma. If you like, you believe, you like, don't believe it, it will happen. Tinubu was one of those people that did not see as a weak link to work against Jonathan, who was his brother from the south, who was his brother to his wife. His wife is from Delta State. Remi Tinubu is from Delta State. Then the North was able to get some foolish people. We have people like Amechi who is struggling today. We have people like Aregbesola who is also struggling today. We have people like Atiku that is jumping from party to party today. We have people like Olusola Saraki who call themselves the new PDP to work against Jonathan. And it's going to repeat, history is going to repeat itself after 8 years. After 12 years, because the North have already recruited some governors among the APC who is sponsoring the coalition.
Okay.
Let Tinubu be jumping, getting 5 governors. They will give the president a shocker. They said there is something the governor is doing that we are not aware of. They will give the governor a shocker. Today, as we speak, 232 people were killed in Benue State. Our flag did not fly up mass. Do you think APC will win Benue State?
Yeah.
So let the old governors, if you listen to Rufa, let the old governor go to APC. That is not at 6 votes. Let's go to the field. We are waiting for him. Unfortunately, the president is trying his best to do what he knows. Unfortunately, what he knows is not what Nigeria wants now. What Nigeria wants now, we need security.
Frank Ayala, you asked a question if I think APC will win Benue State. Will you not be shocked if APC wins the state? Will you not be shocked?
I will not be sure because the current governor there who claim to be a father, who claim to be a priest of a Roman Catholic, it's a disaster that has come to happen to Benue State. It's a complete disaster.
And of course,
this is why I will always appreciate Paushe was in government. He told Buhari to his face that your people cannot come and kill my people. I will poison the water. He said it since that time in Ekiti State, there is nothing like massacre. What has this governor from Benue State? I said, what has he done? It's a disaster.
I also got an information that the APC governors and leaders of the party in the entire South region have endorsed President Bola Tinubu for his second term in office. South.
Who endorsed him? Who's governors? Is it that elected governor in Edo State that does not know what he's doing, that is pursuing one bridge in Rama Park? That is pursuing one bridge in Rama Park. Is it the same Fubara that does not know what he's doing? Or is it Eno in the Akwa Ibom that is struggling to defend, that is struggling to have validation? Or is it the Delta State, Okowa and the people? Who is validating Tinubu? Judy, I'm confused. Maybe you need to help me. That is endorsing. What endorsement? Will the endorsement remove democracy? Will the endorsement remove people not to vote? Will the endorsement remove the anger on the street that are going to vote against the current president? If I thought the man will contest, I don't advise he contest. Because if he lose federal, he cannot longer hold Lagos State. I will advise him strongly. This is my personal opinion to him. I respect him. He's an elder state man. He are playing part. He should peacefully just leave the stage and come back to body law so that people will keep worshiping him. But if he make an attempt on the federal and he fails, he cannot longer hold Lagos State. We are already seeing these signs.
And
because I don't see, except except our current president tell us that democracy have been suspended completely. That is the only thing that will make him to win election.
Frank Ayala, the alleged forced resignation of the national chairman of the APC, Dr. Umar Abdullahi Ganduje, came as a surprise to many political watchers. I don't know if it came as a surprise to you too, the rise and fall of APC national chairman Umar Ganduje.
No. In the past 3 months ago, we got the information that Kwakwanso have given Tinubu a condition. What is the condition? The only way for him to come back to APC is for Ganduje to step down. We got that information very clearly.
Oh,
Ganduje
really?
and Kwakwanso can never, I use the word never, looking at the antecedent. So we got those information that was as early as March or first week of April that Ganduje is going to step down for Kwakwanso to come on board. Because he's actually looking at Kwakwanso as a possible replacement for Shettima. As such, Jude, let's go practical now. The acting chairman of APC now is from Shettima constituency. The acting chairman is from Shettima constituency. What does that mean?
Okay.
Shettima is out of the scheme. So Ganduje stepped down for Kwakwanso to come on board, so I will make the vice president.
You said Shettima is out of the scheme. Is that what you just said?
It's out of the scheme in APC. Because Shettima can only put the kind of vote that will make Tinubu to influence the North. Shettima is from Kanuri. Kanuri population is less than 4 million people. So whose vote will Kanuri put on the table compared to the Northwest that has 22.5 million, 22.6 million votes in Northwest? And that's where Kwakwanso come on board. So Shettima was not a surprise to me.
But then one would want to find out the future of the All Progressives Congress in all of this before 2027 election, especially.
The future of APC before 2027 is going to be APC is going to be a southern party. The North is going to leave APC for Tinubu. Please take that in. The North is going to leave APC for Tinubu, so it's going to be a southern party. They just try to pick some people from the North to make it a national party, believing that we River vote. Since Wike become the governor, before Wike become the governor of River State, River used to turn out about 1.3, 1.2 million votes. Since Wike become the governor, the highest vote they got for River State is less than 600,000. So if he's banking on 600,000, if he's banking on 600,000 to look at the vote for Bonu of 800,000, I don't know he's advising our president. I don't know he's advising him. River cannot produce more than 600,000 votes. With the way it stands today, with Wike at the middle of the calculation. So let's take 600 and forget Bonu of 800,000 votes. And forget Bauchi. No Bauchi after Kaduna, after Lagos, Kanu, after Kanu, Kaduna, Lagos, Katsina. Then the next heavy vote is Bauchi.
So Frank, as it stands now, Kwakwanso is set to join the APC, right?
Heavily, in short, he's already in APC. Forget those media. He's already in APC. He's working on the ground to collapse the structure of AAPP. That is Kwakwanso movement and feed into the APC. So on that, Ganduje need to step down. This guy, Akume, the current SDF, also need to step down because those guys are from the CPC. You know, you see, today in APC it's made of 4 blocks. We have the ACL, we have the CPC, we have the part of ABGA, we have the new PDP. Today, the ACN are taking charge of the party. So the CPC will break out. And the CPC is from the Northeast, part of Northwest, and part of North Central.
Okay.
So Akume, fall into that CPC. Who is the leader of the CPC? The Buhari of this world. Who was the secretary of the CPC? The block of the CPC. The head of 5 people that came from PDP to align with the new APC. So the mathematics there, is what I begin to play out.
Okay, Frank, before I let you go, you are a banker. I don't know how these will touch you. If I tell you that that Nigeria's total public debt has risen to 149.39 trillion naira as of March 31st, 2025, according to the latest report. Nigeria is now owing about 149.39 trillion naira.
Jude, we are not just owing, we are broke. In one of your sister company, in one of your sister's station, that is it not Arise? Yes, it is. It's in channel, sorry. Is it okay? Channel 10 o'clock news. They show a data that kept me worried through the night. As we speak, from 2022 to 2024, our total income generated agency generated about 20 trillion, and our debt payment, interest plus principal, we pay 25 trillion. That means when you are paying more as against what you are collecting, you are already broke. Then it is the devaluation of the naira that took our debt. As we speak, our total debt is $41 billion in foreign currency. Then in local, 74 trillion naira. So if you take the two, part of that debt, the federal government is owing 92%. 92%. So if you take 92% out of that 147, we have about 139. So the other 8 trillion, it is the state that owns it. And some of those states is Lagos State, Rivers State, Ogun State. So those are the states. So the issue now is not about, the issue now is we are broke. Dude, as we speak, some agencies have not been paid. Some security agencies have not been paid. I think we had a discussion that somebody in the Federal Ministry of Finance said something.
Of course.
That the government is broke. The Ministry of Finance is looking for money everywhere. And we already know where they are going. Unfortunately, they are going, we burn their hand. Because people will not allow them to take their pension money. Want to go and borrow pension money. But our local debt is 74 trillion. Local debt. The money they are taking from BANK, from CBN, from those other agencies is 74 trillion naira. While the foreign currency, the one we're taking from outside, is 41 trillion. Before Tinubu become president, it was already on 37 trillion. They have only taken only $4 billion. But in local currency, in our domestic debt, they have taken 50 trillion in 2 years. What average of about 2 trillion in every month? What is it do to the money? And still, we are not paying subsidy according to what they told us. Electricity tariff have gone up. There's no more subsidy. So if you look at all, you now ask our president, what are they doing with all this money? This is where I will tell you very clearly that looting, the PDP was a student of looting, corruption.
Oh, really?
APC PDP was a student of corruption. APC is student of corruption. They are looting us back and forth. They are pointing to East-West Road that is less than 30% completed. For 2 years, 24 months. So I wish our country well. I wish the president well. I wish he succeed. But if he succeed, our country will be better off. I wish he succeed. I pray for him. But the only responsibility after voting, we pray for the leaders. We pray for him.
Frank, I want to say thank you so much. Thank you indeed, for having this conversation with us. I appreciate you. Thank you. This is Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Yes, I just had a conversation with a political analyst, of course, a political commentator, Frank Ayala. Thank you so much for that analysis again. My name is Jude, Ikami Jude. I'd love to hear from you, everyone, listening to me right now. But I want you to be very, very brief. 30 seconds is okay. 1 minute, okay. We can extend a little bit. But then be as brief as possible. If you want to send me a message, please let it be very, very brief because of my time. All right? Now, it's time to take your calls and of course read your messages. But you can only do so if you dial 0700 903 903 903. 0700 903 903 903. WhatsApp, like I told you, is 081 717 56338. 081 717 56338. Please move away from your radio set. Or turn down the volume so we can hear each other. Okay, just about 1 minute for everyone. Mind what you say on the national radio. Thank you so much. Let's get to the phone lines. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, Mr. David. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for your good work here. The APC it caused a lot of problems with myself. We speak under every day. I'm telling them that there is nobody is supporting. Promote them for this conference. Like that, many of them are running people. As I promised you, was one day lion to catch a fire. But I just God bless you. God bless you.
Thank you so much for calling. Yeah, appreciate you. Let it be as brief as possible with everyone, okay? Because of our time. Just call in and move straight to the point. Hello, good morning here. What's your name? Good morning. Good morning, Innocent. All right. Thank you so much. Hello, good morning here.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Eugene.
Yeah. Let's
What I
go.
want to say is,
You will move away from your radio set and call back, okay? Thank you. Hello, good morning. Good morning. What's your name? All right, let's go. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hello, good morning here.
Good morning, Baba.
Good
Good
morning.
morning. How was your weekend?
Great. Let's have you.
All the efforts you are making, you need to put when everything is done. Yeah. Just two things. The last, your analyst, I agree concur with everything he said, except one thing. And that one thing is the issue of Obi. That's Omokri. I want to tell you that in everything that I am an objective listener and analyst. And everything that Omokri said should not be thrown inside the underbus. There are certain things. He knows this man. And for today, Obi is the man. And we must interrogate him. Let Obi come out and be denying all this one after the other to establish the confidence in his followers. I'm not a follower because I'm not a politician. But because of the last topic about the issue of loan, my children, I don't want them to pay loan. And Obi is not after that. That's why I have a kind of soft spot in that direction. Anything that will clear all our debt, our children will not be in trouble in the future. Generation will not be in trouble. Your generation will not be in trouble. God bless Nigeria.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Let me just touch on some messages now quickly, everyone. Okay. Good morning, Jude. You got shocked. What will happen during to 2027? APC has set the stage for downfalls. All the APC governorship candidates in all those states where PDP governors have been defecting, who has been working for the APC long before now, will never allow it. There will be trouble soon. I am sure my Delta State people, Omo Agege, no go agree. This is why Wike is asking for Bara not to come for second term. When he defects as the APC, they no go agree. Just wait. Them go shock Tinubu. Sati Orisumbare. Thank you so much. Let me quickly read through these messages. I told you to be as brief as possible. Michael from Ondo State is saying, please, I beg Nigerians to use their head. Our leaders in position of power don't have our interest at heart. I could remember when my father was going up and down fighting for Mimiko in Labour Party, to the extent that my father sustained injuries against Olushola Oke. And under PDP party, my father became enemy to a lot of people, even to most of his close friends. And my father is still alive when Mimiko defected out of the party. And my father could not settle the fight between him and his friends before he passed on. Okay, it's okay. Frank is our best man for this station. He analyzes well at all times. Village man from Idimu. Thank you so much. And then what's your name now? Good morning to you. AA from Akonwojo. Your guess is just what now? Okay. Your guest has said it all. Reno Omokri has been paid to come and paint Peter Obi black. He remains a liar. Thank you so much. Please, Ali is not a priest. I just love your analysis. It's so sincere. John Hollis is saying, my take this morning is our president have no empathy for poor Nigerians. He is for himself and political colonies. Nigerians find way to take care of yourself, is what he said. Mama Ann says, Reno, did you package Peter Obi? Or you recommended Obi? How can you package someone who is already packaged both locally and internationally? Reno, if Obi is not a good person, would you have recommended him for Atiku? Please find another gossip. This one has expired. That's what Mama Ann is saying. Good morning, Jude. Reno Omokri is angry with Peter Obi because Peter Obi refused to recognize him during 2023 elections build-up. What is so special about packaging Peter Obi? Is he that made him governor of Anambra State? Can you package a man who has already been packaged to the limelight? Frank from Egbeda. Okay. Reno Omokri gets his daily bread by lies. Please stop making Reno Omokri popular. As far as integrity is concerned, Reno is inconsequential. Ezekiel from Ejigbo. Simisola is solo. It's been a while. Where have you been? Good morning, she said. Yeah. He said Reno is doing an assignment. Of course, his video evidence needs to be subjected to forensic analysis. AI can do anything. However, a good number of Nigerians are wiser and can differentiate propaganda from reality. All we need is free and fair election. Well done, Jerry, my dear brother. Simisola, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Please, Nigerians should not take Reno Omokri's statement seriously. He's just looking for relevance. Onoha Michael from Greenfield Estate has got that to say. Do people still take Omokri seriously? A political jobber after his stomach? The rate I scroll past anything about him, eh? Well, as of Ubara, I think it's time for for him to apply the wisdom of the tortoise. Madu Francis from Ikorodu. And then, what's your name now? Good morning, sir. You cannot totally blame Fubara. As long as we play money politics, financial godfather will always play their role. Ade Afoke from Lagos mainland. Okay, thank you. Pastor Gabriel Ekuma is saying, one unpalatable politics I have noticed being played since this administration came to power is all talks about 2027 election and re-election, and no proper governance, if not checked, would become a trend in our polity. The now ruling party has become the all-comers bride, right? Maybe there is something the ordinary eyes are not seeing. Only a truly independent INEC and judiciary can make politicians responsible for the people or to the people. God bless Nigeria, is what he said. Good morning. My name is Stanley Obaide. The Nigerian masses can never be allowed to vote for whom they want and who will serve them, as long as the parties are the ones imposing its candidates on the masses. Councillors are imposed, chairman and all of that. Maybe INEC should also, for an independent candidate only. What are you trying to say? Okay, on Fubara, Wike issue. Integrity has been lost when Wike imposed Fubara on its people. Fubara should have or shouldn't have been supported by anyone. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Good morning, Mike Stanley, right? Thank you so much. Let's look at what this person has got to say. Our politicians are now comedians. They are entertaining Nigerians. Ishaba is the one saying that. Okay. Good morning. Does it mean that Tinubu did not visit Niger State flood victims to sympathize with affected families? And I will continue to say Tinubu not caring to suffering Nigerians. And he is unfit to be president of Nigeria. Leo from Lagos sent that message. Good morning. Rufal said he needs to okay, it's okay, I understand. Omokri is using his dissatisfaction in Nigeria with the way he is taking on people, especially Obi, how his children ever let's leave that. Godfrey, thank you so much anyway. 8:21 a.m. Good morning, sire. I love what you're doing. Keep it up. God bless you. Lewachi Koka Estate, Shasha. Thank you so much. And then Franco Nero from the United States of America has this to say. He says Bola Ahmed Tinubu changed his deputy about 3 times while he was governor of Lagos State. He will do that again as president if he thinks that will help him win more votes in other regions. Meanwhile, Nigerians should rise up and mobilize support to stripping the power of appointing INEC chairman and rec from the president. In addition, uploading of polling units results must be made mandatory, and drones to monitor elections across Nigeria. We must begin to choose the best of us, to rule the rest of us, to get the best from us. May God help and heal our land. Franco Nero from the United States of America sent that message to me. And then Iotech is saying, I thank God for the release of Benue adopted people. Ganjidi have taken the wise decision, and I assure that Northerners know politics better than anyone. If media address Fubara as a prodigal son, what will you call Wike? There is nothing like Hurricane Tinubu simply because Nigerians don't have good politicians, or does grab and run makes him Hurricane. APC chieftain should keep quiet because He doesn't know what Nigerians are suffering. He is living flamboyantly and spending frivolously. Why won't he say what he likes? It's okay. Thank you so much. Jude, I did not hear you mention the arrest of Mazi Kano by Nigerian government in Kenya as illegal by Kenyan courts. I mean, Nigerian, well, it's not in the dailies, okay? I'm sorry. And then Mazu Gochuku, APC and INEC should stop witch hunting PDP and focus on delivering dividends of democracy. Gandhi should ship or God. APC have used and dumped him, Abi. Hope Uzodinma should disengage himself from Fulani headers, Imo State. Okay? It's okay, fine. Thank you. Nigerians would hold Atiku Abubakar responsible if Tinubu comes back 2027. Let Atiku Abubakar, OBJ, IBB, Kwankwanso, Ganduje, Shetima, Buba Galadima, Nasir El-Rufai, Rotimi Amechi, Obasanjo, Goodluck Jonathan, all come together and support Peter Obi for president 2027. Mr. Babo is the one who sent that message. And then the PDP hierarchy must realize that the nation and the world at large is watching to see how they navigate this last aspect of reconciliation and restoration of the party. Personal interest and selfishness must give way for the party to regain its lost glory. Time is ticking and waits for no one. Osin YJ in Shasha sent that message. Good morning, Nikamijuda and your crew. I'm tired of Nigeria. I've given up on this government. I have nothing more to say. May God help us. Pascal Chimezie is sending that. And then Benjamin from Shogunle. Good morning, Mr. Jude. The peace deal between Fubara Wike and the president, how does it help the people of Rivers State? Where is the benefit of the Rivers people, to the Rivers people in the peace deal? If it is true that one of the agreements is that Wike will not go for second term. No, it's Fubara that will not go for second term. Yeah. I ask, is that democracy? The dictionary definition as government of the people? Why is it that it is the president and Wike now to decide who govern Rivers State, not the people? What type of democracy are we practicing in Nigeria? Benjamin, thank you so much. Everyone, a couple of messages still left, but it's time to run. Because I will be back here by 10:30 a.m. 10:30, I will be back here to touch on all of these messages and of course, take more calls. On social media, that is on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. Just go check up IKAMIJUDEH. IKAMIJUDEH. It's just one word, but my name is Jude Ikami Jude. I love you all so much, and I will be back. See you again.
Please note, the views and opinions expressed on this program solely those of the individual contributors and do not